have the setup for the carry, right? Show carry makes the job easier for the carry. The Phobius is good, especially when you have it show, you know, reset for days. The carry too with the Phantom Step. So yeah, this Phobius is gonna have a field day.
So we're still looking at a pickoff comp versus a team fight comp, right?
Unless, like honestly, Cho you can use as a zoner. You just save your kick to kick people away, or if someone overextends, then you kick towards your team. Like as long as the entire team understands that you don't fully commit on this Cho, I think it's okay. You just use your Jeet Kune Do to impress your opponents with your flashy moves, and if they get too close, be like hiya, and then just push them away.
Hiya.
With a kick.
Hayabusa.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into game number 2, and I believe the devs here feel like the draft has gotten better, but is it gonna be enough? Boostgate, can they actually get a win against Team Zone?
They need to, right? If they still want to stay on top of their group, of Group A, they need to stay on top. They need to find an equalizer and force this to a game number 3. Otherwise, you know, Team Zone looking pretty good up there. But let's see, right? With the changes with the Hayabusa now in the jungle for Kazue, it seems like it's a more familiar territory for him to utilize. And as well as an addition of a marksman in the gold lane, they should be able to scale a lot better. So that window that we saw in game number 1 with the draft that they were, you know, set on, it's not going to be applicable here. A little bit more flexible when it comes down to execution.
Yep. And we got to look at the movements of a Walker here because, again, as a Cho, you can use as a zoner. Just make sure that you don't overcommit because sometimes when you do have a good set, your team kind of got baited to think that it is a good fight to take, but might not be. Speaking of, we got to look at the spells here. Kenny is going for that Flicker, and Kate is having that Purify.
That damage. Good carry. It's a good lane for the carry. Obviously, you're gonna have a good time, but once it comes to the mid game where you have to fight a lot, it's hard to traverse your way into that backline of Team Zone.
Jushin Emblem.
Yeah.
Oh, with a pull yourself together, thinking that you might get ganked quite a few times, so making sure that the Flicker is up more often. But there's one small thing that we do have to discuss here, which is the roam boots, where with the changes, especially for Conceal, we just saw that Walker had to go for the Encourage. And Encourage, you kind of have to be with your team to get the full benefits.
Uh-oh, Shadow Kale on towards K. You cannot purify damage, and that's going to be Kazue getting the first blood.
So you can see now that Boostgate, they're playing to their winning lane, right? They're giving a kill over. I don't think they should contest for this objective, but...
Yep, they want to. Mountain Shocker and Kazue again! A thief from Boostgate Esports. That's going to be the lift-off, but Identity has to move back. Here comes Exy, but in the back, that's going to be Bankai getting Walker. Bankai will look for more of the hammer. The RWM being popped up. Identity has to go back into a safer position. He can't. He gets knocked up. Kenny gets the kill. Shadow kill from Kazue. And a heroic entrance from the Ninja. And Identity loses his life.
Overall, that was good because sometimes you do have to make that kind of play where your opponent don't expect you to go for it, but you still go for it. But again, even with the overextension, Boostgate does have a goal lead, so I think that's still good for them. And this is the big difference when you see just changing your jungler, right? Like, let's look at the hand cam here. Now that you're using Assassin, it doesn't matter using Shin or the Hayabusa, you can actually impact the map.
Look at that. Shadow Kale on towards Bright. One more hit. Bright is tanky. Hylos can't really take down easily.
Damn, that was close. That was close, and I think that was also before Hunter Strike, right? So with the Hunter Strike, I think we could expect a lot more coming in from Kazue. That was unable for him to do that when he was on the Gwyn.
Yep. Well, look at Exy now. The one that will be slain by Team Zone. And yeah, Eterna obviously with the Gwyn. You can't really do flashy moves like that and impact the map. Now, though, Kazue bags 3 kills.
Yep.
Counter-Strike as well.
Yeah, looking pretty good. Looking at the emblem builds here as well. A Black Eye Shield for Walker, and now the having a lot more armor for the side of Boostgate. So they're really just worried about Zexora and possibly Bankai. Kenny is not something that they're too worried about right now.
Yeah. I mean, up top, the Exy again. Target of operation for Team Zone pops the consecration, and he's gonna be fine. XC will be able to try to sustain it, but the blazing duet on towards RX. He flickers away into safety. The carry will still be safe. That's going to be 2 resources spent, and now they're going to focus on the turtle now. The back line, that's going to be Sexora bobbing and weaving. Good knock-up with the kick as well. Kazue gets Sexora. It's a mega kill for the Hayabusa. The objective in their eyes. Bankai screaming for help. Has to flicker back. XC enters the fray. Another good knock-up from Wactor as Bright gets taken down. Bankai deleted as well. K is late to the party, and Boostgate, they feast on Team Zone.
That was so worth. Right? They got the kills, they got the neutral objective. They're still at Perfect Turtle, by the way. And they were able to layer in an additional kill for RX. So now RX has a little bit more resources to work with up against K. And a lot more shield, gold shield. And they should be able to get that turret down as well in the top side of the map. How are they doing this when they couldn't do it in Game 1?
I would say they look much cleaner now because when they actually go for it engaged, they can actually get a kill, enough damage there from Kazui as well as RX, which is different from the previous game. They can set it up, they just could not finish it. So I think this looks much better because there's balance in the draft. And I gotta say, shout out to Walker as well with the changes of the Joe using the encourage. He's actually staying around his team just to make sure he gives the extra defenses to his team, because usually as a Joe, you want to chase after the back line, but this time, even if you do, you're still close enough to your team to have full value of the encourage roam boots.
So yeah, that's why they're playing in close proximity, especially for Wactor. Golden staff completed for RX. That's going to be a swift Trinity, I believe, not yet.
One more.
Lacking the DHS, excuse me. Well, still, it is very quick. And Kazue picks up the Sky Piercer. He is warranted to get that item. He really justified because he has 4 kills to his name. Now the kick on towards Bright. Pops to revitalize. He goes to the back. XC trying to zone out Bright. Opens up the ultimate to run away, but that's going to be the Sky Piercer. Again, cutting down the Hylos.
Check. 1 check, 2 check, 3 check. Like, even if Kazue gets killed out and he loses the stacks on the Sky Piercer, they still have RX to fall onto. Like you mentioned, only a little bit more away from that Swift Trinity. That's a flicker already burnt out there by Kenny. They're feeling the pressure, and I think Boostgate, they're gonna be on the way to that Perfect Turtle. Team Zone can't contest.
Yeah, they're maximizing all that they have, the resources, and yeah, obviously Team Zone, they have to concede. This turtle will be free. I think that's 2, that's 3 even. Perfect Turtle for Kazue and for Boostgate.
Right now for Team Zone, they just got to play around K. And play around doesn't mean that he goes for the skills, but actually making sure that he gets the farm. That's the biggest problem. As long as his quad gets farm, and I feel like he needs... I'm hesitant to say Wind of Nature because yes, you can deal with the Haya, but true damage, man. True damage from the carry makes it quite difficult to itemize against.
Yeah. That Wind of Nature will quite possibly be in vain, especially with the passive that the carry
look at that goal difference.
2,000.
Yeah. The goal difference is insane.
Oh, Hexy again? Should be able to get out though. But yeah. Goes back in? No, no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, Kazue goes in. Okay.
No.
Wactor.
He's taunting. He's taunting the players of Team Zone. Revitalized Pop as well. The lift off towards Bankai. That's just going to be it. Look at Boostgate Esports. Able to get all the resources from Team Zone in a very, very confident way. Zexora sent up top again to just clear the waves.
Yep. And this is one of those situations where you just gotta talk to each other and say, Sheila, don't be extra, right? Because they're in a very good position here, Boostgate. They should not be forcing fights and possibly getting throws. So just do like this. Take easy, clean objectives. RX now with the Demon and the Sword. They should be very confident and just play at their own pace. Don't force things out. Jangan maksa.
Jangan maksa. Nice.
Jangan paksa?
Yes, paksa, maksa, okay.
It's the same.
It's the same. It's the same. But with an A.
I know my Malaysian.
Oh, cool.
I know my Indonesians.
Beautiful. Uh-oh. Gets away. Obviously with the shadow, quad shadow, excuse me. Very, very agile, very mobile too, but Zexora wants to lock into identity, has the Crimson Beacon popped in the back, blazing duet, but where's the damage? XC will eat up from the inside, that's a kick on towards Bankai, 1 less to worry about. Shadow kill finally gets Bright only. I thought it was going to jump into the back too, but yeah, that's going to be it. Boostgate, 2 kills, and possibly the Lourdes.
Well, I guess that's the timing that you're talking about, right? Because they're not forcing anything out. They're waiting for Team Zone to make their move, and then they completely harass them for making that move. 8,000 gold lead. They get a turret in the bottom side, another one. And I think, well, there you go. They're very quick to get that first Lord down. Wow. That's a shred.
That's going to be a 1v1. Get Mountain Shocker to bob and weave away from that shadow kill. But yeah, with the carry, your jungler doesn't even need to go and do the Lord.
Yeah. Sure, Kazui really appreciates that. And Xe just being a front line, providing vision, providing information, even letting Team Zone know, like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
He is there.
Picked up the Chastis.
Pauldron.
Chastise or Chastise?
I don't know. I think
If you're Australian, it could be Chastis.
Chastise.
Chastis.
Chastise.
Anyway.
Really depends on which hemisphere you're from.
Southern. Yeah, speaking. Mountain Shocker to reveals vision. The lift off on towards Bankai, kicked in the back. That's going to be a very good kill, but the flicker away from him. K gets taken down so low. And look at the damage from Boostgate Esports. This carry is online, so is Kazue. 6-0-2. The Lord will try to march in.
Yeah, and look at Kazui, RX, and I did it now with the Wishing Lantern. This is going to be so annoying for Team Zone because your backliners want to stay away, but might get zoned out or actually get targeted by Kazui. And then your front line's like, dude, I don't want to deal with the Jushin or the carry.
It's a problem, for sure. It's a problem. And like the issues that we thought would surface with the carry pick is definitely not evident here. The spacing, the timing has been crazy. Oh, they're targeting Kazue.
Kazue, he's going in! Oh my god! That's gonna be Kenny taken down! From the realm of the shadows. Oh, he's still bobbing and weaving, just shadowing away. But RX gets Bankai. That is beautiful. From Kazue, a cold-blooded killer. He does get taken down, but it is still very much worth it. And Boostgate, they want to go in for more. Sieging on the top side turret. Identity jumping in with the Crimson Beacon, shielding his team together. The left off will be cancelled. Pride will be safe. But RX still gunning down the members of Team Zone. Man, Kazue.
That was one of those displays that deserves a instant replay here. But look at the damage that Xe is taking. Not very much.
Tickle my toes.
Yeah, so I think at this point, K does have the Trinity, maybe just needs any kind of penetration item. Either the Malefic Roar or the Malefic Gun. Looking at the items here, might go for the Malefic Gun. I hope he goes for that, because I feel like at this point, it doesn't matter if you build more defense, right? The other option, he might go for Sea Halberd, which honestly can as well. Either those three items, I think it will serve him very well.
Let's have to see. I mean, the carry now has extra range for Malefic Gun too. Completed. So, safety, somehow, to a certain extent for the carry. Lord spawns, and Boostgate. They might want to get this, especially when they have a wave up top pushing. And yeah, they're playing their far lanes perfectly from Boostgate.
At this point, it feels quite long drawn already, but man, Exora is still level 13.
Yeah, it's only 12 minutes.
You're right.
He's level 13, so there's no opportunity for them to go for the contest either way. They need to figure out to find a proper defense, but even then, I don't think that Kenny was, you know, placed in a way that he was too forward. He was just targeted.
Yeah.
So what does the Yve do? Because technically, they're banking on the Yve to properly defend and for the wave clear.
Yeah, you kind of have to use your front line at this point and hope that Boostgate just use all... Oh, hold on, that's not
shadow kill. That's going to be... Kenny gets taken down so low. He has the kick on toward Wactor, but that's going to be the Blazing Duet. Is this the defense that Team Zone is looking for? Kazue and Wactor gone, and now Team Zone eyeing an opportunity to possibly equalize the conditions. Actually gets taken down quite a bit, half to half HP, but Team Zone will reset.
Okay, let's discuss this. Was that intentional or not?
I feel like it was. I feel like that was a bait.
Yeah, putting yourself in a position where the Haya would go in with 5 members there, able to punish. Bankai not gonna get lifted up here. Hey, if that was on purpose, shout outs to Kenny or whoever made the call.
Oh, they're making a play. Mountain Shocker misses towards Xe. The Consecration does give him that movement speed. So yeah, Team Zone, they will back away.
So what's Kazue's stack on, right? Because he got killed twice.
Can't really see, but
I wish we could see how many Skypiercer stacks that he lost because of those
a lot.
two
I think a
moments.
lot.
Ask and you shall receive. Later on. I have a feeling 28.
28?
Left or lost?
Left.
Ooh.
Either 28 or like 30, 34. It's
Isn't
like,
that significant?
I think it's still okay, honestly, because I feel like even if he sells the Sky Piercer now, he still does a lot of damage.
Well, Team Zone trying to zone out Boostgate, and this might be where they will show out their namesake in Team Zone. I mean, trying to push away the players of Boostgate Esports. And I think the only way that Boostgate Esports might want to commit is the fact that they will wait for the Lord and then re-engage, re-siege towards players of Team Zone, because now Team Zone slowly but surely getting their items, getting the gold, especially with the kills towards Kazue too. That's somehow quite a strong bounty as well.
Now with the BOD, I feel like Kazue, it doesn't matter how much Sky Piercer stack he has.
And at this point, Exora's caught up in levels, and now K Wind of Nature instead. So he didn't go for that penetration item that you were talking about. But would this mean that he's ready for a team fight? Like maybe they want to go for a contest on Lord?
I would say he's safe against the Haya, but he still just has to be careful of RX.
Carry.
RX is the only problem. Other than that, I think he should be fine.
I think Kazue, yeah, he can just jump in and jump out, and the Shadow Kill can be tanked by multiple members, right? But if it's gonna be RX consistently gunning down and taking the damage to Team Zone, then that's where the problem lies. But yeah, the Lord secured safely by the players of Boostgate Esports and also Kazue. Is this the moment?
This may or may not matter, but Bankai does have that Winter Crown. So maybe he might go for a play, just bait someone in, and then Winter Crown, and then let something happen.
Uh-oh, XC so low, and they're not going to commit to it, but they open up the glorious pathway. Crimson Beacon for Identity, 2 resources, but I think it's much more worth it for Team Zone. Now, can they defend their base? The Crystal wide open, just a mid-tier turret separating them into a loss. The RWM and the kick, Bankai gets taken down, but K with the Blazing Duet, not enough to take down Kazue. Shadow kill, but that's going to be RX becoming the member that is much more scary for Boostgate Esports. As the Lord marches into the base, they will try to take it down. Zexora still alive, but is the damage enough? They still have the mid-tier turret to defend the base, and Team Zone, hold on. Is this the turnaround? Zexora going mad, but it seems like he has to back away. That was his only chance at redemption.
I would say that one is brilliant coming in from Kenny as well as K. Because K, you see that he goes in with the Blazing Duet.
The KK combo.
Yeah, the KK combo, Kenny K. Right before K gets caught by that carry, I think he only took like 2 basic attacks and then he just jumped back, switched places with Dexter, making it so that he can clear the wave, right? It's nice to see, even at this crucial moment, 17 minutes of the game, it's like, I know I need to deal damage, but it's not gonna matter if I die.
There's layers to it, right? There's layers to the defense now, and it's going to be even more difficult. XC?
Look at the burst. XC still alive with the Consecration. Good pick off, but that's going to be the Shadow Kill. Not enough to take down anyone. K gets whacked her, but look at RX go. He gets Bankai. It's a worth it trade for Boostgate Esports.
Yeah, look at the minions as well. Bottom and top. Not going to be pushing in the same time as mid here, but they are stacking up.
Windtalker purchase as well for K. It's going to help him clear the wave even faster, especially with the splash damage and the Blazing Duet. So at least for now, Team Zone still gripping this game at 10 fingers, both hands, but it's slipping away slowly if Boostgate Esports can bob and weave and just come and bait out all the resources.
We're knocking on 18 to 19 minutes, one of the longer games that we've seen in the wildcards, mostly averaging at around 15 minutes. We've seen a few games stretch to that 20th minute, but man, Boostgate Esports and Team Zone in the second game, they're really putting up a fight. We do see an item change for Kazue here, Lafel. No more Skypiercer, Warax instead.
And again, he can definitely do that. Oh, it's like,
whoa, Zexora! The win of of nature will save RX, and Zexora gets deleted. Identity will come in, but Bright so low. Shadow Kill in the back. Wactor looks for the kick, and Bright gets deleted. K with the blazing duet, but is it enough? It is not, and Kazooie will put him down. It's just Kenny and his broken base. His friends taken down as Boostgate Esports, they farm the bodies and prepare their graves.
This is the end, right? It's gotta be.
It has to be it, Kenny. I don't think you can hold on, brother. The crystal wide open and Kenny bullied around in his own backyard. Boostgate Esports will not let slip.